Going on? Legion Looter here playing more RuneScape Dragonwilds. Welcome to our Daily Gaming XP Grind, episode 86. So let's do an XP update really quick. Attack XP 308,000, Woodcutting 1,001,000, Construction 2,011,000, Rune Crafting 726,000, Magic 114,000, Mining 4,128,000, Artisan 4,094,000, and Cooking 285,261. So what are we going to be working on today? Actually, what I want to do is hopefully get some putrid rats, some regular rats. And the reason for that really is going to be basically that they give teeth. So we're going to be using that in for cooking. So I think it's going to be really important as we can make those drinks, which actually give quite a bit of XP. So obviously we're going to have to collect some dirty water at some point and then turn it into clean. I don't really see any rats over here right now, though, so we're going to have to check other areas of the swamp, and then potentially even go to the Blood Blight swamp as well. So that's not good. Our staff just broke, so we're going to have to go fix that really quick. I guess I wasn't paying enough attention to how much that actually had left on it. I don't really want to work on attack as our main style of combat, and the reason for this is because obviously I'd rather work on magic as we've already got so much XP in attack, so I don't quite think it makes a lot of sense to keep working on that. I think we need to start focusing on magic, which we've been doing. So let's go ahead and fix our staff. I think it's in the other one. I just wanted to check. It is. There we are. So we fixed that. And then we are going to go kill some of the rats over here, which is going to be a lot easier than the ones in the swamp. But basically, if you've got access to extra lodestones and you're trying to get small animal fangs, which can be really good for cooking, it's also good, I believe, if you're making arrows. I'm pretty sure you can use them to make arrows, but obviously we're doing this to get cooking ingredients, and not just from the meat, but also you get animal hide scraps too, but we really don't need any of these things as we're already such a high level artisan. Shorter shifting focus of what we're talking about, range is actually just a couple days away. It's basically couldn't come sooner, as most of you already know. It's not going to bring anything too crazy to the game. Obviously we're going to have range, which is a good thing, but I just feel like we need more. But it will be here in December with Valhalla, but obviously that's still going to be quite a ways away. But it does give us plenty of time to keep working on our skills and progressing on our road to max. So I guess there are some good things about it. So I'm going to try to kill this last rat, and then we're going to try to... I guess I see another one as well that I can kill. Might as well. I'm right here. There's actually 2 more. 3 more. So we're going to go ahead and kill these really quick. It's not like they give a crazy amount of XP as I was talking about in one of my other videos. But obviously they do give a little bit of XP. We're really just out here for the resources that they are obviously providing. All those just fell off the cliff. So that was quite nice. I think it was just one thing. So hopefully it wasn't the one thing that we're actually doing this for. But I've got no idea. So let's go ahead and go back to our lodestone. And then we're going to head probably back to our base so we can get an anti-poison potion and then go fight some of the rats at the Blood Blight swamp. I saw a rat in the distance. I'm not sure. There he is. He must have crawled all this way in such a short time. Quite crazy. I think there's another rat over here, but I'm not sure. Here we go. There we go. So let's go back to our base, grab an anti-poison potion, and then basically head to the swamp. We might want to bring a few with us just because it can get I might be here a little while and I want to make sure that I've got enough. I suppose while I'm here I could grab a little bit of the herbs. I don't really have a lot of these, and I think the big reason for that is I haven't really had to use these potions. I'm not sure if they plan on adding a lot of different content or potentially potions that might actually require some of those resources, or if they're sort of done and they've already sort of put all the potions that you're going to be able to make so that way we can see them. Let's see, hopefully, oh, there's 3 rats. So we're going to be getting quite a bit of XP as well. These guys are a higher level, you can already see. So not only are we going to be getting XP, we're going to be getting resources for cooking. And let's go ahead. And we're also, I believe, be getting swamp tar, which we really don't need. But I'm pretty sure in the future, we will need it. So at least we'll have it then. And we really have to farm those things. And we'll just have extra lying around. Gold ore looks so cool. We've already got so much and so many bars, so we really don't need any more. I just sort of saw it again and wanted to mention that I thought it looked cool. But I'm going to be so interested to start partaking in all the new cool things that Fell Hollow is going to bring to the game. It's going to be so just fun, and it's going to really pull us into the game to basically check out all the new secrets where they're going to have chests and things like that. The new monsters, obviously farming, which I'm super excited about. Actually, I was starting to think a little bit last night about how I want that to look, and basically how I'm going to make my farm look, because I actually want to spend quite a bit of time on that. It's going to be massive. I did talk about this a little bit already before, but basically I want my farm to just be incredibly massive on just such a scale that we'll have to wait and see. But I know it's going to be rather large. So we've already pretty much killed all the putrid rats. I believe that's still called putrid rats here, right? Yeah. So they're all gone. Got quite a bit of ingredients from them. It's nice to sort of change it up, because I feel like I actually kill quite a bit of sheep and ram. So I really wanted to sort of change it up a little bit so it wasn't all the same. And I think the big thing that we're going to be getting in this episode is magic XP and just resources for cooking, as we need more. And that's going to be the way to get it, is basically just keep working at it. Looks like we've killed all of them. I'm going to check up here just really quick and see if maybe we can find some more putrid rats. I'm not sure what we're going to find. So it doesn't really look like there's anything up here. So we're just going to head to this other lodestone and get out of here. I actually might want to move this lodestone completely. I don't really need this many in here anymore. And I know that I sort of talked about, once Fell Hollow comes to the game, basically getting rid of a lot of my lodestones that are for essence. But I think I'm going to be getting rid of a lot of other lodestones as well, which overall is just going to benefit me greatly to not have to go get more vault cores, more so take advantage of the ones I've already got. We can also pick up these bitter cut mushrooms as well, which will give us more for cooking. There's some caves over here I could go grab a bunch from. It just takes a little bit of time to do that, so I don't really like to go into the caves. But obviously that's where you're going to get the most bitter cut mushrooms. And we don't have to really worry about the Abyssal Demon, as we killed him in the last episode. I didn't really see one in the Bloodblight Swamp. I'm not really looking either, so... But obviously if they had a quicker respawn, we would be spending a lot of time killing the Abyssal Demon. I think we'd probably farm it quite often. Let's see, I thought I saw another rat. There we go. I'm being hunted now too. That, I guess, is kind of nice. I'm going to have some more pouches then. If the bad guys can find their way to me, it seems they're probably stuck on the other side of this building. Or, here we are. Not lots of XP from these guys. I think that's why it makes more sense to hunt in the Bloodblight Swamp a little bit more for the rats. But obviously there's not enough for how much resources that we actually need. Maybe we can find a couple more over here. No, not really, but there is something on the ground that we potentially could pick up, but it's not worth getting into a fight for it. Let's see what we can maybe potentially find over here. Oh, we got lots of wolves, terror birds, but the only problem I really see with this is that basically it's nighttime, and we're probably going to be running into a lot of different things that we really actually don't want to encounter, like actual warriors. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens here. maybe it'll work out okay, but obviously I don't kill a lot of wolves sometimes, but my inventory is going to get full here as well. Let's see, we got quite a bit of wolves out here. There's another one over there too, and there's more in the distance. We just got to be careful how far we actually go. That was horrible aim, actually. Because we don't want to get too close to anything we've built and then lag the game. That wouldn't be fun at all. I wonder if it would make sense to hunt at night. Not hunt, but gather cooking resources. Would it be potentially get a lot more wolves and things like that? So, interestingly enough, that's actually something I'm going to investigate a little bit. Because if we can get more of certain things at night, that might be beneficial. But I think we pretty much cleared most of that out. There's some dwellberries right here. Let me see. I don't think I grabbed them. So we're getting quite a bit of cooking resources. And it's nighttime. So maybe we'll take advantage of this right now and actually work on cooking a little bit. Let's get everything out that we're really not going to need. We're filling up the inventory of all the things that don't belong in there. I don't think we're going to be able to beat nighttime. Let's make sure we have even amounts of everything so that way we're not wasting our time. Let's go ahead and grab a cooking potion. We probably shouldn't even have done that, but just in case something does happen to finish before dark's over, let's go ahead and start doing this. A little bit of chicken. We don't really have to worry about a warband right now because we recently killed some, so that's quite nice. Alright. Looks like we are going to beat nighttime, so we'll be able to go to sleep and then all this will be done, which will be quite nice. Cooking is one of those things that just takes quite a bit of time. We are going to be collecting a lot of dirty water rather soon, so that way we can also use all of our animal fangs. We're accidentally eating some of the food that we cook, but it's not really a big deal. Is obviously we've got so much food, we're going to have to start going through it. So let's go ahead and take a cooking potion and then gather everything that we just got. And we're going to do an XP update at the end of the video just to show how much magic and cooking XP that we did get. So not a crazy amount, really. It just takes time, and we really didn't kill a lot of monsters behind the scenes. So that's really the reason that there wasn't some crazy amount there waiting as far as materials to use. But it all just takes time, and we're going to keep doing it. So let's go ahead. I think that's everything. I don't even know how we got that essence in our inventory right there. We're going to put it back. Okay. So there's our new start. Let's see if there's anything in my storage, personal storage chest. No. Looks like we've already kind of cleaned that out. Okay, so let's go see if any of the essences respond, and it has not. We're probably going to be working on rune crafting again here rather shortly. We'll go kill a little bit of sheep and ram really quick, since we didn't. That essence actually can be shot down over there. It looks like I missed it. Tried to grab it and it did not work. But these are all really good places to grab dwellberries. And obviously, even... I'm trying to sort of find a way to say it. Basically, before they nerfed cooking for clean water, cooking wasn't really that bad. And then, so if you took advantage of that before they changed it, you really are in a good position. You probably already have the 50,000 XP to be at level 50. If you did not take advantage of that, then that's pretty rough, because ultimately it's going to take a considerable amount of time to level up cooking, I would imagine. Obviously, you saw there, I only got 1,500 XP. It wasn't a crazy amount of resources, But I think what it really means is unless they start giving a ridiculous amount of XP when you're doing cooking, anybody who wants to work on cooking and get it to level 50, it's probably going to take a considerable amount of time. Then again, I just remembered some of the quests do give XP, but and then I guess moving forward, they're probably going to give XP as well. But I've got no idea if they plan to sort of keep giving XP that way in such a big way, because ultimately what it does, they're obviously not going to allow you to get all the level from that. But I guess if you're a lower level, I don't know if they're going to have quest requirements for things like that. But if they are, then you might actually have to be level 50 cooking to even sort of take advantage of getting more XP from a quest. I'm not sure if... I guess level requirements could be a thing if you needed a certain item. But then again, you could always just go to another world where you potentially know people who could craft it for you, and then you really wouldn't have to worry about it. So there's a lot of different possibilities. But for the most part, I believe that cooking is not going to be really easy to level up for anybody. But I'm not that worried about it because I have hit it so hard that I think we're in a pretty good position with it. Sort of just checking to make sure all the essence that I need to shoot down has been shot down. And it looks for the most part like it's okay, except in that corner over there. I guess we'll go kill some more sheep and ram and grab it. It's not really going to be a huge deal. Obviously, it's just going to give us more resources, but I've already seen 2 hunters out there, and we really don't want to deal with them. So that's actually a really big problem. We're probably going to leave the essence because it's just not worth getting in a battle with 2 archers. We probably could take them because there's no shaman, but at the same time, I don't really want to deal with it right now. It doesn't seem worth it to me to basically shoot down a little bit of essence to deal with them, but maybe I could shoot them from here. Doubtful. And then potentially it might even aggravate them and then make them come after me. And I really don't want that as well. But we'll try to shoot them. That could be fun. We got one of them. And then that guy's coming over here. So we've got to really be careful here. We're going too high. Our bow's going to break. That's not good. Overshot it. Sometimes this is just a little bit of fun to try to shoot things that are really far away. We got another one, and we got the other one. So it's actually quite impressive for me anyway. I'm actually very happy that I was able to do that. It seems like nothing really, but at the same time, I think that's really fun to sort of test out your skills and what you can and cannot accomplish. I missed a little bit of dwarberries I could have grabbed there, but it's not really a big deal. We're going to go ahead and bank this, and then we're going to go over an XP update really quick, and then we're going to call it a day. But I feel like we got quite a bit done. I'm going to put these resources away really quick, just so I can show you guys how we're doing with our items here. We're so close to filling up that chest. Let's see. That one's getting kind of full. We've got a little bit of flax, ram horns, and we've got our animal bones, which is almost completely full. And that's really going to be for prayer. I could use it for potions, drinks or whatnot, but I don't want to do that. I feel like that makes more sense to save it for prayer. I think I even did use a little bit to make some drinks, and I don't want to do it. It just doesn't make any sense to me. I feel like prayer is the way to go. Obviously, prayer is so far away, so I've got such a big amount of time to actually get ready for that. So it's not really a huge deal. But at the same time, I think it makes more sense to just hang on to them, because since I like to get massive amounts of XP and things, I think that's going to be the most beneficial thing. Obviously, going for level 99, I think it makes the most sense. But obviously, higher level bones are going to be giving more XP. So it's possible that those bones won't even give XP worthy of having so many, but I don't really care either way. I feel like it's better to just use them for that anyway, because I think cooking is going to get not necessarily easier, because obviously there's going to be challenges while fighting new creatures in the game. I still think it's going to make it more beneficial to work on cooking with the new resources, because how often I'm going to be killing things and playing the game. And I know that I mentioned I was going to be doing an XP update. and then these sort of spawned in, and it's very important that I get them knocked out right now, so that way that they can have their time to respawn. And it's really not going to take that much longer, and then we're going to do an XP update. I normally wouldn't take you guys along for this, sometimes I do, but at the same time, it just makes sense to get it out of the way really quick. And obviously, my aim is getting a lot better. It just takes time, and as long as you keep working at it, you also will get better. I mean, obviously, there's probably going to be an auto assist, which I've talked about a little bit with range, but there's no guarantee on that, and I don't think it would be cool, really, to have an auto attack. I suppose it could really help with things like bosses, but at the same time, I think there should be some skill involved, and not just the survival part. That one fell off the cliff, and it does often happen like that. But yes, it would help with bosses, especially if they've got ridiculous mechanics. I think that could be really beneficial. But I don't know, for me, there's something really cool about having to aim your own bow. Maybe they can have an option to turn it on or off, but then I feel like once you already have it, you're probably not going to want to take it off. But we are almost done here, and then we're going to do an XP update really quick. But you see there, the whole path really doesn't take that long. Even if you include the ones that we did in the Storm-Touched Islands, and our crystal bow broke. So maybe we could shoot these down with our battle staff. I almost want to grab all these cooking resources really quick, as we are right here. And then, so this will give it a little bit more cooking XP on the update as well. Lots of onions out here. So this is actually a really good place to actually have a lodestone for the essence, and potentially all the animals that are going to spawn here. The only thing is here at nighttime, it can be incredibly dangerous to hunt here. They like to stay in groups, and it can be dangerous. So it's a good thing that sheep actually went so far away. Oh, we're going to get shot right now, so we're actually about to get out of here. We don't want to deal with that. And that was really cool, though, how he sort of hugged the corner and then started attacking me. I mean, obviously, it doesn't seem very cool that I was getting attacked. But at the same time, I thought it was really cool that the basically enemy would sort of sit on the corner of the wall right there and then just sort of start trying to kill me. It seems like something sort of weird to appreciate, but I did. So there we go. So anyway, let's do an XP update really quick. A little bit longer of an episode. 308,000 attack XP. Woodcutting 1,001,000. Construction 2,011,000. Rune crafting 726,000. Magic 116,000. So we definitely got a little bit worked on there. Mining 4,128,000. Artisan 4,094,000. And cooking is 287,040 XP, which is actually, I mean, I can see it moving. It's a slow process, slow progression, but we're getting to where we want to be. It's just going to take more time, and that's fine. So hopefully you guys are enjoying our content. Hopefully you guys are enjoying your progression in the game. And range is just a couple days away, and then things are going to get a little bit more interesting. So anyway, guys, until next time, Legion Luta out.